What are your thoughts about him this year? Do you think he's actually going to be able to do something up in Jacksonville?
I think so. Now I'm not saying they might not get another person next year, but I think this year he's going to have a pretty good, a solid year.
Okay.
By default.
By default. So by default, he is saying that it would not be a bad option in taking Mr. Tootin right here, which with him saying that, I'm.
You're now listening to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. And now your hosts, Christian and Chris, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. I'm your host, Christian _CFS, and we got a great show for you today. Man, welcome to co-host Mr. K Camp. How are you doing, Mr. K Camp, man? Sorry it has been so long, man. We had technical difficulties, and we might end up still having technical difficulties, but we're gonna keep pushing through the show. That's all we can do. Mr. K Camp, how was your week? How you doing thus far? I already know how you're doing and how you're feeling right now, but let's just keep it going.
Shalom to my. When I say shalom, I don't mean just y'all. I mean to me too, because I be needing some peace, boy. This is annoying. I don't know, y'all. Yeah, like my co-host said, difficulties. I don't know. It's on my end. My headphones weren't working, but I ain't changed anything.
Yeah, man. So he didn't hit it again, man. I don't know what's going on with his system right now. It's like going back and forth, but we ain't gonna stop the show, man. We got a great show this week, man. Nothing but great things that are going to happen. We got to do another mock draft, man. We're going to do another mock draft. Oh, he is back, everybody. He's back.
Man, the devil's a lie. Devil's a lie, y'all.
So pretty much, man, we're going to kick it off, man. What we talked about, we're going to do a mock draft, and we're going to give a strategy from the point of view of your first time ever doing fantasy football. Like, I'm talking about your first time, so you don't know anything about fantasy football. The only thing you know is that you got to pick the best players. And what we are going to give you is the strategy, just so you see how, man, they end up moving. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to move. I hope we move back to 1.11. So let's go move back to 1.12, man. So
I don't think I can. Why you following me?
Man, go back to the middle, man. Nah, but
I'm never doing that again.
I love drafting from the middle, man, because I can show you a strategy that's going to help you win, especially for a newcomer. We do not have all the bench spots because we want to try to get straightforward, especially trying to teach somebody that is actually new to fantasy football, like what their strategy is and like what they're trying to do. One of the first things that you should do before you join a league is actually look at the settings. Definitely whenever it comes to like the scorings and then like your starting lineup, because that's going to help you out a lot. That's going to help you out tremendously. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to start the draft. And we do like to thank Ron for actually joining us again. Ms. K Kemp, can you hit him up in the DMs and let him know that we are finally starting, even though it kind of took us a while, but we greatly appreciate Ron for actually joining in. And I'm drafting from the 1.06 mark. The reason why I am is because I don't care if I'm drafting from the middle. It does not make a difference whatsoever. So, hold on, man. What the world? I can't even see my players. Oh, never mind. They're back. So right now I got the best player available, which is Puka Nacua or Jackson Smith and Jigba. If this is my first time ever doing fantasy football, the first thing that you're going to think about doing is taking some of the top tier talents that are out there that are actually on the board. But what I'm going to do is I really like Justin Jefferson this year. I think he's going to have a bounce back year. And Jackson Smith and Jigba, even though he did not even though he was like the best wide receiver last year, I don't think he's going to be able to do it twice, 2 years up in a row. So I'm going with Justin Jefferson because of where he is, where he's landed, and what I think he's going to do in the future for this upcoming year, especially with his quarterback being either Kyler, which it's probably going to be Kyler Murray, and I think he's going to take him to that next level.
So
we got the
okay. It's just regular, right? It's not super flex. It's just regular.
Nope, it's just regular.
Got you. I'm gonna go Ashton Genty here. For me, it's either Ashton Genty or Jeremiah Love. I know Team 12 is coming right back, so I'm hoping he's not gonna take somebody else I want, but we're gonna see. So I'm gonna go ahead Ashton Genty.
Okay.
Trayvon Platt, that's what I was hoping. Joe Burrow, appreciate that. I don't know why the computer don't realize that it's not super flex, but I digress. So with that's going Ashton Genty going, I'm gonna take the next best receiver, which is CeeDee Lamb. Right? We know that gonna put up points. He's gonna throw the ball, so I'm going with CeeDee Lamb.
So just got sniped at 1.07. I was thinking about going Jeremiah Love right there. But for some reason, man, I'm still getting this nice set of running backs that are hitting right now. So you got, especially if you're brand new, you got two great options right here at 1.06. You can either go with Omar Hampton, the rookie, expecting him to have a bounce back year this year, or you could end up going Jonathan Taylor, the veteran. Whatever option you do, I think they're both great options. Just if I'm going to do something different this time, I'm not going to go with the rookie this year. I'm actually going to go with Jonathan Taylor, just to show something different from like me drafting before.
Is this Dynasty or this what you call it, redraft?
This is a Dynasty. This is technically like a Dynasty PPR type of deal, but I've been drafting Omar and Hampton.
But it's not redraft.
No, it's not a redraft.
Right. So that's what I was going to say. I probably would have went. I didn't ask my opinion, but I probably would have went Hampton because of the Dynasty aspect. But for this year, yeah, either or I would go with.
But that's the reason why, like I explained it, like that's why I was explaining, because like right there, you're at the crossroads. Like you got best of both worlds. You can either take your veteran running back, but you can also get a rookie as well, especially if in the middle. That's why I said like you could pick either one, whoever you wanted, and then I think you still should be good. You might have Jonathan Taylor for another maybe 2 years.
2 years. I had Devon H before Marion Hampton on the comeback. After you went Taylor, I just knew O was gonna go there, but I guess not. So
no, because they did.
Ronnie, he went. Oh, okay. We see running with Jahmyr Gibbs. He went with George Pickens, who also is a stud, right? His contract year. And then he came right back with Breece Hall. They just paid him. So that's my co-host. He's got Justin Jefferson. He got JT.
But what I'm thinking here is like, so not saying that you cannot draft a quarterback in the first round, but I personally do not try to draft a quarterback in the first 3 to 4 rounds, because you can find good quarterback play in the later rounds. So the one thing that I'm looking at right here is just like what the co-host said, depending on what I'm trying to do, if this is a dynasty or if it is a redraft, I really think I'm just going to go through my 3 options that I have right here. We got Jalen Hurts, which I said I'm already checking that off the list where I'm not going to draft him because I'm not drafting a quarterback up in the 3rd round. Nico Collins, I do not like that he cannot stay healthy. But I do like Emeka this year a lot, a whole lot. Bless you, good sir. Bless you. I like Emeka this year, but I'm also not. If this is a tight end premium league, I would not be shy to actually take Tyler Warren right here either. But since we aren't, I'm just going to take Emeka and just keep it moving. because I think he's going to be the number one in Tampa. I think him and Baker are going to have that next level. And it seems like the co-host ended up getting upset again. I'm guessing, did you end up wanting Chase Brown, sir?
So I had a Mecca or Chase Brown queued up. Like I wanted one of them two. Both gone. Goddamn computer, goddamn pimps. I would see him. See, and I don't know how I feel about Trevion. Just don't know how I feel about Trevion.
They still not respecting him from like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's the problem. So okay, I got a minute here. I see Tyler Warren here. I could solidify my tight end. I'll worry about tight end again. It's like round 15.
Yep.
I got Trevion here. I'm coming right back. I do. So it's either I'm running back here, Kenneth Walker, signed a 3-year deal with KC. They're gonna run him the ball. I think. So it's either Warren, Trevion. I'd be like, hey, Kenneth Walker. I can come back with him. I am going to pick. I'm going to play on Tyler Warren. That's my boy. I got him last time. We're going to go with Kenneth Walker right here. And then, God, they took Carnell Tate. Carnell was going to be right there when they come back. So I guess I'm going to get Tyler Warren then. Forget about it. I'm going with Tyler Warren here. I forgot about Quinshon. I'm going to go with Tyler Warren. F it to you. I wasn't trying to get Tyler. I really wasn't.
That's okay, man. You weren't trying to get Tyler. And then this is quite interesting that Ladd is physically getting passed on.
What do you got?
My objective is that there's people are think that that about the hamstring issue, because you know what they say about hamstrings, even though I believe that he should be good, but they do tend to linger, which is not good at all.
They do.
But it is very early. But even though it's very early, I'm still I'm not trying to find any injuries because they will find you. Spoken like one of the good quote from Nick Ercolano from BDGE. He always says that. But the one thing that I will say, I am high on Luther Burton, and I'm going to still stick to my guns. I'm drafting Luther. I'm getting some Luther Vandross up on my team this year, and I'm still going to keep him because right now, him and Romeo Dobbs are still being drafted back in the thing. Now, you already know what I'm doing right here. Again, I keep saying it, and I keep saying it. If your boy comes back around with A.J. Brown right there, that. Your boy's going to take it. You like what? Him taking Saquon?
He went him taking. Oh my God! He scored again. Oh my God! Sorry, y'all. This is the World Cup. We are getting our butts kicked by Belgium. Is that 3-0? 3-1. We're collapsing right here. Of course. God, and he kicked that in from far away. What are you doing?
Oh,
sorry, y'all. Right, this is I was just about to mention the World Cup too. Right, you got through talking, and so the World Cup is on. He ran up. You got to kick the ball.
Oh hey man, the co-host is loving that.
How did he not kick that? What are you doing? You coming out of there, man? Oh my God, he got his foot caught in the dirt. Dude, point shaving. How did you do that? He went T. I wonder if he's gonna go wide receiver.
Hey man, like what I said.
There you go, AJ Brown.
I already said it. He just sitting there, so I gotta take him, man.
I can't. This is computer going. I can't see this happening real life. Somebody's sleeping on him.
Who, on AJ Brown?
Because ain't nowhere I would sleep. I would not sleep on AJ Brown. What are you waiting on? Take AJ Brown.
So pretty much,
5th round, I would pick him. I would pick AJ Brown over who went before him: Kyle Lemon, T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison, Rasheed. Pat ain't back yet. So Rasheed, which way is he going? So you took Lethal Burden. I took AJ Brown. Roman Uze went before him. I took AJ Brown. Ladd, I think AJ Brown. Jordan Tyson, I'm thinking AJ Brown. Now again, this is Dynasty. Still, man, he's gonna give you he finna give y'all wide receiver 1 this year. He's finna give it. So it's on me. Like I said, this is a one quarterback. I am not going.
So, I don't know what the co-host is saying right now, but the one thing that I'm looking at is the strategy that I'm building right here for a single quarterback league.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Like you're coming back now. And what we do is, man, we just keep it pushing along, man. We're going to keep pushing it along even though he's frozen a little bit over there. So we're going to remove him, and we're going to add him right back again and hoping that he ends up coming back because right now he is frozen. So let's just take him off for now. We're going to pop it in for a single. Once he clears back up, then I'll bring him back on. There he is right now. So we are good to go. He is back in action. He had little fuzzies going over there. So he went Mr. Smith. Go and let us know the reason why you went Smith, good sir.
Devontae Smith. You just talked about AJ Brown gone, so obviously they'll need Devontae Smith. I think Devontae Smith is going to be pretty good as well this year. So I think that. So Devontae Smith. Then I'm thinking here, do I want to go quarterback? Do I want to go wide receiver here? I think I'm gonna punt one more. I might.
So he ended up freezing again. I don't know what he's going to end up doing. Oh wait, no, he's back.
I don't know what's going on, bro.
Okay.
Outside apparently, though.
Okay, he ended up going Waddle, which is good. So like what he was talking about before, I do like how he's building his team over there. I was hoping Waddle was going to fall to me, even though technically I don't need Waddle right now because of how the system's set up. I really need a running back. So we are going to take the rookie right here. I'm not shy in taking rookies at running back, especially since they drafted him in the first round. They're going to give him the opportunity. But also I need a tight end as well. But I'm going to go with this Jadarian Price. I'm hoping that whenever it comes back around to me that I can end up getting maybe a tight end that I would like. Maybe Pitts is still there, which I would doubt it though. Because it looks like Ronnie might need a tight end, and then he'll probably end up going quarterback just by looking at seeing how he's drafting his team. But right now, his team looks really good, especially drafting from the 1.02 spot. That's options that you can end up getting, especially if you are new to fantasy. You can see how you can end up building a team in all these positions. I definitely would not be looking at the computers positions because sometimes you don't know what they're thinking. It's good to see an actual in-person draft because you can physically see what the best opportunity is available for you, and you actually get the strategy behind it. And he did not take a tight end, which is good. It's good for me at least. Only thing about it is, can I trust whoever's throwing me the ball in Atlanta? I don't know about you, Mr. K Camp. Can we trust Kyle Pitts in Atlanta? So,
because we can't trust neither quarterback, so we can't trust Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. So if we're going off what the co-host is telling us, this is the rounds here where you got to go and get your guy. You're gonna go get your guy. Some of the people I'm looking at is I I like David Montgomery, especially when it comes to a running back position, so I can end up getting him as well. You got Kyle Manungai right there. Think it would be a great option. So I am physically looking at, you got Breshad Tootin. What are your thoughts about him this year? Do you think he's actually going to be able to do something up in Jacksonville?
I think so. Now I'm not saying they might not get another person next year, but I think this year he's gonna have a pretty good, a solid year.
Okay.
By default.
By default. So by default, he is saying that it would not be a bad option in taking Mr. Tootin right here, which with him saying that, I might just take him right there just to give you a perspective of taking Tootin and seeing who else I could have gotten down here. Because technically what I would end up doing is I would probably would have take David Montgomery right here and then probably would come back with the next player, best player available that is on my radar. So let's go on and take Tootin right here just to see like how it's going to play out and how everything's going to go around. So we got the co-host going right here, trying to see what he's going to do. Definitely trying to break this down for strategy is from the newest person. If you ever are doing fantasy, as you can tell right here off to the results, you will see my username, which Top Dogs 704. You see how I'm building my team out. We do have a kicker and then a defense in here. Typically, some people that do have kickers and defenses, you might see them want to draft their defense early. But in my eyes, you can always wait for that. But then you see the co-host, after I said I was going to take David Montgomery, ended up taking him.
I was going to take Breshad too, so there you go.
Oh, so just giving you options right there. So you seeing like what you can end up doing in those situations. He also took Trevor Lawrence right there, which is also a great option. So right now, like you're physically looking at your team, you're analyzing, seeing what can you do right now. You got plenty of options right now, especially being up in the 8th round. Is that what it is right now? The 8th round? So in the 8th round, I can go quarterback, which definitely is a possibility. Because you got to see what's also. So I would click here and filter for the quarterbacks that are available. So you still got like Dak Prescott that I think that's still going to be good. You still got Jared Goff in the later rounds. But in my eyes, those are the only two guys that are left that you would have to get. Yes, you can get Bo Nix. Yes, you can get which Bo Nix might not be that bad, especially since they got Jalen Waddle to actually take the tops off the defense. But I'm going to try to hang off until the 9th round to see if I can get Dak Prescott. We'll see if that's going to help. But if you do not feel that you can get him in like the later rounds, there's nothing wrong with jumping ahead. So I'm going to take Jake Ferguson right here as one of my tight ends. I do think that there's other tight ends available later on that you can end up getting personally. But there's nothing wrong with taking Jake Ferguson right here. I do think he's going to be able to do a little something in Dallas. And then I probably will end up coming back with Dak Prescott, coming back around the curve. What about your thoughts, Mr. K Camp over there? What are your thoughts about how you're building your team? And then just tell us the strategy behind your team and like what you're trying to do.
I mean, so my last 2 picks was a quarterback. I got Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence had the last 10 games. I think he has some MVP votes because he bought up those last 10 games. So I'm hoping that he can build off that second year, year 2, in Liam Cohen's offense. So hopefully he can build for that. He has weapons galore. So I went with him. And then I needed a running back. My co-host took Breshad too. So the next best available after that was, in my opinion, Montgomery, so that's what I went with. I was gonna go David over with Kyle Montgomery if he had fallen to me. So I went David Montgomery because he's number 1 in Houston.
Okay. And like what I said before, I'm going Dak Prescott right here. Because I need a quarterback. Some of the other guys that are there, yes, I probably could have went Baker, but not really.
Hey,
Even though
would you turn that TV on?
even
I'm in
though
your
I,
room.
even though I definitely could have ended up going Baker and stacking him with Emeka, but I decided to go with Dak, stacking him with Jake Ferguson. So, so yeah, man. But yeah, so that's what we ended up doing right there. I'm loving how Ronnie is actually building his team, trying to understand what he's doing. I think he's doing something just different. You got Higgins there, you got Jaden Higgins, because you got two Higgins that are on the team together. I think Jalen's going to actually take that next step this year. And what is Mr. K Camp thinking about right now?
I don't know who I want to go with. I don't like DK Metcalf, but I need to go wide receiver here. He's either him or Pittman. I really don't love either one of them on that offense.
Okay.
Quentin Johnston, don't care for Matthew Golden. I don't know year 2. I hope he has a breakout. I hope he does, but I don't know by default. So I don't even know where I'm going to go right here. This is the dead zone. I was trying to trade out of here. So I guess I'm gonna just go next available, even though I do not care for DK Metcalf.
Okay.
And then I'm coming right back. I forgot about that. So I am going to go with. I guess I'm gonna go right to Golden.
Okay.
At this point, I'm just throwing boo at the wall, see if it sticks. That's all we doing now. Because I don't love this. I don't love this zone right here.
See, man, this is the later rounds. This is where we feast. This is where we eat everybody. Especially trying to get players who you think that are gonna take you to that next level. As you can see, you already have your starting lineup right now. So you already know who you're going to be using each and every week. Your backup, as of right now, on my side is Breeshire Tootin. Not doing a full bench, but if we are, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm going to get myself a tight end. Just got to make sure I have that, which I do think you have options, especially with Isaiah Likely. This one, you're kind of rolling the dice and like you're kind of playing with fire right here. So you don't know what's going to end up happening. But you also got Mark Andrews, which even though he did get older, he still is available up in the later rounds. You can end up getting him. But right now we're just trying to only do 3 bench spots and then like kickers and defense, just so y'all can see where people actually draft kickers and defense and the different strategies of like what they do. But right now, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to try to go with a guy that I think that can end up taking it to that next level. Just looking at what's here, this is where I just go and get my guy. I can care less where they are based off the rank. You got Bill Crosby right here, so I'm going to end up taking him just to make sure I solidify my running back room. So those are my 4 running backs just to start off with. And me, like, you also got Jonathan Brooks, who is also can end up doing something this year as long as he can stay healthy. You got Mark Andrews right here up on sleeper that is ranked 140. I think that's kind of low, but I can see why, because he's older up on, and I don't think he's going to stay long. But it is what it is, really. So, what about your thoughts, Mr. K Camp over there?
I mean, yeah, this is the game where you just reach for who you want because you only got 3 rounds left. So pick who you want, take a shot, who you fell in love with, who's still down there, give you some high upside. I'm looking for that person now. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to lie to you.
So even though it says
I know
supposed
position
to draft,
I need to go to though.
Yep, sure do. even though I know that they are saying that I need to draft a kicker in defense. Oh well, no, I don't need to. I can get my guy right here. So this is where I start start doing everything based off my research, looking at some of the players. The one guy that I do like right now that is still out here in this round, and this is where I don't mind reaching. I'll reach here for days. I'm getting the guy that I think that's going to perform. And that's Malachi Fields. Very high on him this year, especially with Malik Neighbors not being there right now. And you got to realize this is also the first wide receiver that was taken in Harbaugh's tenure to start off in New York. Yes, he has other veterans that he has to battle up against, but I do not think that they're going to be able to stop Malachi Fields. So I don't mind drafting him a little higher, a round or two, maybe even 3. But just like what the coach said, these are the rounds where your ADP and everything doesn't matter. It's all about get your guy. It's all about getting your guy who you want, and then who you're going to end up getting. That's pretty much what you're doing. Unlike the later rounds, you're going to get your guy, trying to get the guys who you like, and just going from there. So everybody's going to go defense and kicker because that's what we established. But the one thing that you can end up doing right now is you can be punting up on that position. Especially you can find your defense later on in free agency. So one thing that I'm looking at right here is something with some high upside. I already got Malachi Fields. Another person, like I'm just going to end up going with Mark Andrews right here. I still think that he's still going to be good. Yes, I got 2 older veterans when it comes to tight end play, but this is not like a rookie draft or anything like that. It's just a dynasty and just doing whatever we can right now, man. How are you liking your draft so far, Mr. K Camp?
I like my draft. I think I'm balanced, which is, is always my goal to be balanced, right? Level spell backwards level. So let's be balanced. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got five wide receivers, 4 running backs, 2 tight ends. Like I say, my coach said we're not really doing kickers in defense. So, I can either go. Well, I won't go back because I could go back a quarterback here, but
yeah, you could.
I'll say who I would get for backup quarterback, but I'm gonna pick a different position if I have Trevor.
So like what we said, some of the good backup quarterbacks that are in this range. You got Jared Goff. You got Matthew Stafford here. You got Bryce Young as well. You also got Sam Darnold as well. It's not too bad, but do not expect for him to do what he did last year. So you want to draft like the upside. So, but I'm not going to go with anybody there. The one person I might definitely go right here is Brandon Ayuk, man. Brandon Ayuk. No, I'm just playing. Do not touch that dude at all. You don't know what he's going to do this year. But no, just trying to figure out like the next best guy. If I had to do like homerism, that's probably what I would end up doing right at this position, just on a dart, going Jalen Croker right here. I don't think he's going to take that next step, especially with him getting paid. We'll see what ends up happening, and I'm believing that Bryce is going to take that next step this year. Final pick for Mr. K Camp. We're going to see what it is.
So if I was in a real job, I would probably go quarterback here. I would go Jordan Love here.
Okay.
But since this just a mock draft, obviously for me it's between running back and wide receiver, and so I'm about to go with. And we're in a dynasty. Let's go with Nick Singleton.
Okay.
With Nick Singleton, there I got 5 receivers, 5 running backs, 2 tight ends, 1 quarterback.
Okay.
Would like another quarterback, but
so we ain't as balanced as like what he is. You said what?
I was just saying we're not. I was just saying with the Penn State all-time leading rusher was Nick Singleton.
Yes, he is, sir. Yes, he is. But that is the draft right there. As you can see, we would like to thank Ronnie for joining us again. He ended up going Jahmyr Gibbs, George Pickens, Brees Hall, Saquon Barkley, T. Higgins. Quarterback is Justin Herbert. Ended up following with Christian Watkins, Denzel Boston, Jaden Higgins. His tight end is Isaiah Likely. And ended up going with upside and Jonathan Brooks, Coleman, and then Bryce Allen. So I like his lineup that's going there. So if you are picking from the 1.02 position, you do have options right there, and like how you can end up selecting your team. We can go over Mr. K Camp right here.
What did you ask me? My team?
Yeah, it seemed like my computer
So you want to
froze.
go with my team?
Yep.
Um,
Go over your team, sir.
So yeah, I went with Ashton Genty. You know, he should have a good year. They try to have fortified offensive line. CeeDee Lamb, we know who he is. Kenneth Walker, he signed with the Chiefs. We know who that is. Tyler Warren. I think Tyler Warren gonna eat this year because what's gonna throw the ball to him. Now I do not know who the quarterback gonna be, but Devontae Smith, I think with the subtraction of AJ Brown, he should bounce back. Jalen Waddle going to Denver, I think he'd be used as a weapon for Sean Payton. And you have a quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. I talked about him already. He got MVP votes last year. He had David Montgomery, number one in Houston. DJ Metcalf, I'm a fan of his, but he was the best wide receiver available. He is number one on that team. So Matthew Golden, maybe takes a step up. Dobbins is the number one running back for Denver. As long as he's healthy, he will eat. And then Dallas guard Odie, but good in the end of the day with Nick Silver.
Okay. Thoughts about DK Metcalf? I know you said you did not like him, but with McCarthy coming there, do you think that can change your perspective?
Never been a fan, dude.
You said what?
Not really. He not really. Maybe. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. He only run like 3 routes. He can get in his, and he can lose concentration drops. He's just not. He's mad. He's a wide receiver 3, which is where I got him on my team. He wide receiver 3. He really a 4 on my team. You get him a 4, that's good. You can be a 4 on your team. Ooh, it should be a score. He could be a 4 on somebody's team. So you're really a 3. You got him as a 4. That means you got 3 other pretty good wide receivers. So yeah, just Aaron Rodgers older. He ain't flicking the ball like that, like crazy like that no more. So
yeah. All right. And you can already see my team. I'm not gonna go over it. Get this thing going so the co-host can go on and look at the rest of this World Cup, because the U.S. is losing 3-1 to Belgium, which it seems like all the heavy hitters are getting knocked out in the leagues right now. There seems like it's nothing but sleepers, but I think we had a good show, man.
You still got Argentina. You still got France.
Yeah, but well, they played this up and coming, so that's the one thing. Argentina plays this week, so hopefully Egypt doesn't upset them, because it seemed like everybody is getting upset this round. Only one's going to be able to survive. But yeah, man, I don't have anything else to say. Man, great show. Ended up breaking down different strategies this week. But any last words, Mr. K Camp?
Hey, I appreciate y'all hanging in with our technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on with technology, right? It works when it wants to. When it works, it's great. Also want to shout out to Ron for joining in with us. We appreciate you, buddy, as always. We know y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all were with us. Like, subscribe, give us a 5-star review. Feedback is a gift. Y'all were anywhere in the world, but y'all were here with us, and we appreciate that. Spread love.
Spread love, not hate, and stay tuned. We got a special guest next week.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode.